Hello, J244 here, and welcome back to another Minecraft build showcase. I haven't done an intro like this in ages. I'm sorry if I'm a bit rusty. But a few months ago, during lockdown, I wasted many hours of my life building the SCP Foundation in Minecraft. And it's now got so many views. It doesn't make sense. So I decided that I would do it again, but better, since the entire comments section is filled with mistakes that I made, that I'm now aware of. So I corrected them. Now, I feel like I probably shouldn't dawdle around here for too long, but I'm going to take a moment to ask you to like and subscribe. And yes, I'm doing a Technoblade intro. Don't judge me. Oh, why is there barrier blocks here? I'm not going to waste time. I'm just going to jump right into the build so I don't embarrass myself again. I've already embarrassed myself again twice by trying to walk through a closed door, and the fact that that door is totally meant to be there. Everything is fine. So, as you can see here, this is the entrance courtyard. There's not really much to see. I kind of didn't spend that much time on this part because, you know, exterior is boring. It's all about the interior. If we head through this door, we find the interior of Gate A, which is pretty basic. It's kind of just a big white room with some lights and these things called metal crates. Don't really know what I plan to accomplish with those, but I'm going to get me a key card because I'm going to need it. And then through here, of course, we have ourselves a button. And when we push the button... Why are there holes in my walls? There we are, that's better. We are now in the actual, entrance zone of the foundation, which I actually remembered to build this time. As several people pointed out, I just completely forgot to build it. Why is there another hole in my wall? You saw nothing. So, of course, I've based this off SCP Secret Lab, which I played on my channel I think it was 2 weeks ago. So I'll link that video in the iCards. But as you can see, we've got 3 ways we can go. We can either go into the Research and Development Wing, the Medical Wing, or whatever this is, I forget. I'm sorry, it's been a while since I built this. So in the Research and Development Wing, I have access to so many new blocks with the SCP Paradox add-on, which makes building the SCP Foundation so much easier. So I will link that add-on in the description. Trust me, if you're going to do an SCP Foundation build, you want that add-on. It is really helpful. So again, this is modelled off SCP Secret Lab. You can see we've got the tables and computers and things here. You can actually sit in the chairs, which is kind of annoying. But you know, little details. They're mostly just for looks. Got a corner space. Another one of these desk areas, which again looks pretty cool. And then here we go again. We've got another area. There's supposed to be a sign there. This is like the research area. We've got plenty of computers. Again, taken straight out of SCP Lab. Also because I couldn't be bothered to figure out what to put there, so I just smacked that there. This is the research wing. The bit of the build that took the longest, because this entire area is surrounded by gravel, which is annoying to say that. Why do I keep clicking on things by accident? Which is annoying to say the least. So we've got 3 sections here, one of which is supposed to. Actually, there's 4. I can't count. So we've got 4 sections here. This one of which is supposed to have a sign, but you know I forgot the sign because I'm so clever. And down this corridor, we're also, you know, nicely missing a door. But this is the library and research area, obviously, and we've got ourselves some documents. You know, again from SCP Paradox, Docs, the side guy, Euclid. Don't worry, you'll see plenty of him later. Down this one here, Biohazardous Researches Division, we have a long corridor. Dr. Muknabola, I don't know where I came up with that name, but I did. Head of Research Division. So we've got a fish tank with no fish in it because they despawned. Through this door we have storage with glitchy storage cabinets, which is kind of like ugh. And then through here is the actual Biohazardous Research Division, which isn't actually furnished yet because I was going to get Spino to come furnish this for me so that he got a bit of credit, because you know he deserves a bit of credit, but he didn't come and furnish it, which means that, you know, we're just going to pretend that's not there. Back down the corridor. So this door here, this is Laboratory A. Oh wait, I forgot neither of these have any furniture. Hold on. We're just going to pretend that didn't happen. I broke the floor. I broke the floor. Everything is fine. I know what I'm doing. Where am I? Ah yeah, this is Intercom. Right, okay. So I did build the Intercom room. There's actually nothing in here because I couldn't figure out how to furnish this. Also because I forgot. So we're just going to back up out of there. Down this corridor we have the... Why is this here? You saw nothing. This is like the medical area. Again, not furnished. What the... Okay, these add-ons are cool and all, but they are really, really glitchy. I hate you. No. Goodbye. Can we all just pretend that didn't happen? I think in here... Yeah, I put like one of these security checkpoints, because I needed a place to like fill this corridor, because I felt like just a normal corridor would be too boring. Boring. I felt like a normal corridor would be too boring, so I put this here, just for the sake of it. Don't question me why, I'm strange. So here we of course have the cafeteria. This is the part of the build that was a proper pain in the ass to build, because these tables are fiddly and bugging out as I walk across them. There's random lines and gaps opening up, and I don't know why I'm doing this accent. So we have like a little cooking area around here, where like food can be served and all that. There's doors missing everywhere, because again, things despawn, all the doors are entities, it's kind of annoying. Through this door, we have three areas. We have file storage, we have on-site security, and we have light containment. I'm not going to go to light containment yet, because, you know, light containment is kind of a later thing. But through here, we have, of course, Dr. Ceres Kra. Again, I got that name from somewhere random. Don't ask me where I got it from. The head of security, some monitors, desk, with drawers that are also bugged out. Through here, we have on-site monitoring, which is kind of like... Originally, this was going to be where you could push a button and it would broadcast a message, but I couldn't figure out how to do that, so you just have this instead. In here, you have the armory. Why is everything dead in here? There were armor stands. And we have security, of course, where, like, cameras and monitors and stuff like that. Through here, we have, like, excessively large and obnoxiously tall file cabinets. I'm not really sure why I thought that was a good idea. Again, I need space to fill. Why? I hate this add-on so much. I'm joking. This add-on is amazing. Thank you so much to the people who made it. It's made life so much easier for me when I'm building this. But please, make there an oh, hello, I can't spin around. Make there an easier way to get rid of these stupid doors. For now, we'll just pretend that that was never there. We have your classic SCP Foundation checkpoint, except I forgot the windows here and here, because I'm dumb. And then we open these, go through them, close them again, open the door, and we have the elevator system, which is different lighting to all the other elevator systems, because I'm inconsistent. Open the door, boop the button. Welcome to light containment. The design for light containment was very much based off SCP Secret Lab, which should be rather obvious, because, you know, this light containment does not look like the light containment I built last time. It's got a very drastically different design. Although I am, like, a very big fan of this design. I think it's a really cool design. So kudos to SCP Secret Lab for doing this. And one thing you will immediately notice about this is that instead of there being no SCPs, where is he? He's supposed to... Ah! Oh. Okay. You... That gave me such a fright. You cheeky bugger. SCP-173. If you don't recognize him, you don't know SCP. Pretty cool guy. Pretty chill. Until I was in survival. Then he'd snap my neck. Don't worry, man. You're still cute to me. Look at those anime eyes. Alright, so yeah, if that wasn't extremely obvious from the name tags and all the other stuff, that was SCP-173 and its containment chamber. Now, this is an SCP that I didn't actually do last time. This is the first time I've done, like, a proper containment cell for this fella. This is SCP-079, also known as the Old AI. Same as I did with the last video, I will link... Oh yeah, this is light containment, it's a bit more laggy, because there's SCPs. Same as I did last time, I will link all the SCPs down in the description, so you can get a good look at them. As you can see, he's just in his cage. Again, this is based on SCP Secret Lab. It's basically the exact same design, although I actually managed to incorporate the new 1.17 blocks in. So if that gives you any idea of how recently this build was completed, then there you go. That's how recently I did this. This wasn't like a while ago. Alright, so there you go. Those are the first two SCPs. I can actually spawn them in this time, because there's less of them. I've actually done the same thing that they do in SCP Secret Lab, where they put like these codes over the doors. So I've done that. Hashtag SCP. Hashtag 999. Hashtag easy. Hashtag entrance zone. Hashtag DC. No, not the comics company. When I say hashtag DC, I mean hashtag D-class. So the D-class cells are in here. Yeah, that's not finished either. I wanted to fill something in again, and I also plucked this from SCP Secret Lab. This is like the plants room, and I decided that, considering SCP-143 was in this, I would add in like a hang on, what's it called? Botanical Research Division, where they like research anomalous plants and stuff like that. So yeah. We have a few more SCPs, I think. Yeah, hashtag 914, hashtag 250, and then we have SR02. What does that mean? Oh, server room. I'm such an idiot. I spent hours building this map and I forget what everything means. So yeah, we have server rooms, we have this electrical panel here, because why not? These are actually just observers stacked on top of each other. I think they look reasonably like servers, but again, I don't really know. I broke the floor! And then, of course, through here, we have SCP-914. So, you know. Why is there another hole in my wall? What? Where is it? Where is it? Is it just not here? Oh, this is so not going to plan. Just pretend that, like many other things in this video, never happened. SCP-250, most of an Allosaurus. Probably the most called out SCP from my last video. I labeled it as Kita in the last video, when in fact it's not Kita, it's Euclid. So I put it in light containment this time, and there. Oh, hello. Ed's coming through the wall. He wants the computer. He wants to play Minecraft. I built him quite a nice containment chamber, and again I managed to incorporate some drip leaves, because 1.17 blocks are cool. Would pet you, but you're a non-substantial entity unless I go in the cell and punch you, which I'm not going to do. I have no intention of being in a cell with a skeleton. Wall door. Through this door, again, here we go. SCP-999 and 008 are actually both around here, but we'll go to 999 first. Because, I mean, who doesn't love 999? Like, come on. Hello! This guy is by far my favourite SCP. Look at him. He's so weird, but so cute. Ugh. I love it so much. I am not an SCP-999 simp. If you call me that, I will kill you. Warning, biohazardous research zone, of course, SCP-008, also known as the zombie virus. Again, you may read more about it. We head through here. This is kind of like a decontamination zone, because when you swipe that, that door closes, which is pretty cool. Did you eat your friend? No, he's there. So we've got two 008 instances locked up in there, and of course we've got all the samples and things laid out on the desks, researching, computers and tables and all that. I think they want to get out, because they're like standing by the door, but I'm just going to let them do their thing. They creep me out anyway. And then hashtag HC. Heavy containment. Time to go see the big boys. I would also down this corridor, I decided I'd put a big window to SCP-250, so you can see him just vibing. Because I remember when I was digging out his containment cell, I found the corridor that I'd already built, so I thought, oh hey, why don't I just smack a giant window here? So yeah, now you can look in at him. Pretty cool, huh? heavy containment in all caps, because this place is dangerous. And of course, one of the elevators is out of order. See, it's out of order because I couldn't be bothered to make it work properly. I've got something on my phone. What is that? Was that a spider? Nah. Why is there a spider on my tongue? Instantly. Welcome to heavy containment, boys. A place where everything's dark and gloomy and made of 1.17 blocks. Apart from that one, because that one came with the add-on. Room here, this is meant to be like the Tesla gate room. I think I did an okay job with the design. It's kind of annoying that I couldn't like put anything here or here to symbolize the Tesla gate. But, you know, this room could have been better, but... And then, again, of course, as should be extremely obvious, for those of you who play SCP Secret Lab, bam. This is pulled straight from the game. Was one of the like cross-section corridors. There isn't actually anything in here, because I wasn't actually sure what went in there, because I haven't played SCP Secret Lab that much. But through this door is the man, the myth, the legend. SCP-096. Who you will never be able to see because he's in a giant box. As usual. He's also not making noise, which is slightly strange. But I'm not going to break in and take a look because he creeps me out. So yeah, there you go. There he is. I can hear the dogs. That's just me. Does anyone else hear anything? Are you all still in? Yeah, there they are. So this is SCP-939 with many voices. Which most of you will probably be aware of. And there they are. There's 3 of them in there, I think. Unless any of them have escaped. But I'm not gonna open the door, because last time I opened that door, they immediately breached containment, and I had to put them back inside, because I didn't want to kill them. Because as soon as I kill them, that just causes ruckus with the add-on. So, you know, there they are. They're back in there now. And it took an awful lot to put them back in there, so don't judge me. Of course, here we have an armory type room. Kind of pretty typical. There's a sword in here, because why not? Why did you close? And through this, we have another of these corridors, and then bam, 2 more SCPs. So there are quite a few SCPs. Now this one is one of my favourites. He is SCP-049, the Plague Doctor. Who's actually minding his own business. He's not really doing anything. Yeah, all the other SCPs immediately tried to breach containment, but he's just chilling. Apart from 999, of course. 999's a cutie. Here we have SCP-106. You can't actually see, because he's locked up in a giant box. And he is in there, I assure you. But I had to lock him up in Bedrock, else he would insta-break containment. And I don't particularly want that. So, you know, he's just in there now. Although, you can't hear him, so he might have despawned. Like 096 has. But we'll see. You know, there's a staircase down to go see him, as there is in SCP Secret Lab. But I actually forgot to include, like, the chamber where you put someone to be killed to lure him back in. So I should probably add that in before I release this map to the public. If I do ever release this map to the public, that is. Now, admittedly, this SCP Foundation map isn't as big or impressive as my last one, but I put in so much more detail and work into this one. So I really hope that there was nothing I made any major mistakes on. And I know full well the comment section will be filled with mistakes I made. But please, please do me a favour and don't just spam them everywhere. But on a serious note, thank you guys so much for all the views on the last one. It really means a lot to me. And all the likes and all the actual nice comments that you gave me. Because it really means a lot and inspires me to keep building. So it was because you left all those comments, and also because the video got so popular, that I decided I would make this video. So this build took a really long time, and I know it's really annoying when I say this, but if you could please take a moment to like and subscribe, then I would really appreciate it. It really helps me out in making new builds. And I know I made a lot of mistakes, but if the video gets enough likes, now I won't say how many, but if it does, then I will release this map to the public, or I will find a way to. And the other SCP video hasn't yet found a way to... I can't talk. The other SCP video hasn't yet been released to the public, as in, like, the map. Mostly because my computer kind of bugged, and it's now gone, which is really annoying, because I put hours of work into that. But, you know, I can still find it somewhere. Probably. Maybe. But, you know, we'll see. Anyway, if this video gets enough likes, I will release this map to the public, and you can get it for yourselves and play it, and even do some containment breaches, because those are fun. But anyway, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I really, really appreciate all the support that I've been given, even though there's been hardly any. You know, I appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next one, I guess. Bye bye.